Welcome into the Prowler Hour, episode number 5. We're doing good, guys. We wanted this to be a Victory Monday.
No.
We thought it was going to be a Victory Monday.
Sure did.
It is not a Victory Monday.
Unfortunately.
What time? About 3:35. We all thought we would be having, Victory Monday.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see this coming. I went to the watch party at the stadium. We had a great time. And, I said, hey, let's do this every week if they're going to play this good. As soon as I said that, they didn't play as good.
Yeah.
And I think everybody kind of saw the writing on the wall. But I want to see your initial reaction. So, Coach, start us off. Actually, before we get started, cheers to health and a bounce-back win against a tough division. Against the Chargers.
Against our lovely foe.
Oh,
Cheers to good health, because Lord knows we need it.
Yeah, we need a lot of health.
Yeah.
We need a lot of health. We need a lot of good players. We need our good players to be good players, play better.
Yes, we do.
Offensive line to block, defensive line to get a pass rush.
Unfortunately, there seems like there's a lot that we can do better.
There's a lot, and this is kind of a scary point during the season too.
Yes.
Because the train could kind of fall off the tracks. We dodged a bullet in Las Vegas, and we played well, but we absolutely collapsed. I think was it the biggest Jaguars?
It is the
collapse?
largest fourth quarter comeback allowed. Yes, 19 points. There was 3 at 17. And then 2 at 10.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
4 out of the 5 largest comebacks have come on the road. We've only had 1 debacle at home. So
pretty interesting.
Definitely
interesting indeed.
Our
interesting is a word.
moment.
Yeah, Schmitty, what's your initial take though coming away from that game?
This was one of those games, and as a lifelong Jaguar fan, everybody here can relate that the second the game was over, you thought to yourself, that's it. I'm not doing this anymore, which we have all thought 100 times.
I don't know.
And then you get a little time to breathe, you get a little time to think, and you're like, sons of bitches, you know what? We still have a winning record, believe it or not. We do. But those assholes, man, they get your heart, they get your hopes up, and they tear your heart out. Yeah, exactly. So, we are Jaguars fans. This is what we were made for. I really was hoping that this regime, this group of leaders that I honestly, even after this Sunday, I still believe in.
I still believe
they're never ever gonna make it easy.
No.
Ever.
It's like being in a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
It's exciting at first, and then a couple of years into it, you're dodging, frying pans, and
you're wondering if it's healthy.
One-handed interceptions by all pros.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think I'm going to start with some good news though, because I did think they played really well in the first 3 quarters.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was really encouraging to see them, and I thought at the time, wow, they've been talking about it all season. They're finally going to put together a complete game.
Yes.
And
they've dotted the I's, they've crossed the T's.
Yeah, defense started off with Jarian.
Not so fast, my friend.
Yeah.
Jarian got started off with the pick.
Yes.
His best game by far.
Yeah, and then
he made a great play.
Trell, got a forced fumble too on the kickoff.
Awesome play.
The offense moved it enough. You know what I mean? I think Trevor looked okay. I think he made his layup throws. You know what I mean? I thought having Jacoby in was huge.
Yes.
He made some nice catches. I know Parker Washington was playing great too. So there's a lot of encouraging things. ETN was running the ball hard again. So I didn't see this necessarily coming, but I did have it in the back of my head when I looked at the fourth quarter and it was like 12 minutes left. And I said, all right, this clock is going too slow.
Yeah, exactly.
And the issue is we can't close games with the type of group or type of defense we have. You know what I mean? It's almost better to come from behind.
With the way the defense acts late in the game.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I really feel like our stars, our key leaders, it seems like they're like so gassed, winded. They play good enough.
Right.
For 3.5 quarters, and then you're just begging for Josh Allen to show up, make a play. It would have only taken one good play on that last drive, and we didn't get to see that. But you are right. There was a lot of positive. There were several very positive plays, man. That throw to Parker Washington for the touchdown, that catch, man, the return, plenty of great stuff.
Yeah, so let's get into the good stuff.
But here we are.
Game ball.
Yes.
Does everybody have
I think we
the
can all agree.
same one?
Parker.
It's got to be. Yes, easily.
Unanimous.
Parker Washington. I don't have two hands.
I don't know what that victory dance is, but hey, go Parker.
I
Go
love Parker.
I like to call him P-Dub. Go P-Dub.
Call him Sticks. 11 Sticks. That's what baseball.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call him playmaker because that's what he is.
That's what's
you know
up.
what I mean, he's been that way since he's come into joined the Jaguars. In the spurts that he did get opportunities, he's always made plays.
Yep.
I felt like he's had really you could say he's got the most rapport with Trevor that any receiver he's ever played with has.
You know what's clear, and I'm sure it's been clear to us for a little while now? Best hands on the team.
Yeah, he's the only.
Maybe Jacoby. We'll see.
Well, Jacoby now, but I
best
think,
team. But best hands on the
You
team.
can't win it as the new guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
exactly.
His stats tell you he's got the best team.
yeah.
We'll give him the rest of the season to show that he's got equally good of hands as Parker. We'll see.
Parker's the only player that attacks the football. BT
Yes.
double catches everything. Diami sometimes it's hands of stone.
He tries to wait for it to come to him.
Even Travis Hunter's still learning the
He's a rookie,
position,
but he's still.
and they
made some
say
great
he's got
catches.
great ball skills, but I see a lot of stuff going right into his body. You know what I mean? I don't see him being physical with his hands. So I think Parker's great, and he had obviously the touchdown in the first quarter. The punt return was huge. He's been great in the return game all season long.
Yep.
And that's only going to continue, I think. If I want the ball in somebody's hands or go to somebody, and they showed you at the end of the game,
Yep.
they want Parker. And even on the last play of the game, we'll get to kind of how it went down. But Liam said today on that last before the interception or pick six, strip sack, whatever you want to call it, fumble for them to end the game. But
Mess.
that was designed to go to Parker too. So they're trying to get it to him as much as possible.
Smart.
Kind of by accident because everybody's getting hurt, but honestly, they should do it even when everybody's healthy. I think have the offense run through him.
I agree.
He will benefit from everybody being healthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how that's going to work.
It's only going to get him more open. He made. I mean, did you see the play he had against Stingley in the red zone?
Yes, dude. The stutter step double move. I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah.
To get open, it was great, man.
Shake.
Like it's like one of those things. It's like, okay, I know they're not coaching you to do that because that's too much hesitation and stuttering, but you got open. Like that's all that matters.
Yeah,
He knows how to get open and he knows how to catch the ball, man.
Yeah, big shout out to Parker because
Yes.
he's been great this season. Had struggled with some drops early on, but things really figured it out.
Yep.
Let's get into 3 up, 3 downs. All right. Let's go this way actually. So Schmitty, who's your first stock up in this game?
Well, not to be redundant, but my first stock up would definitely be Parker.
Okay.
Should I skip that?
Yeah, let's go
because
to
I think that's clear.
That's more of a game ball. Yeah.
Right.
Go to the next one.
I'll go to Jarian Jones, man.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with that interception. I think that the pass interference they called against him in the end zone was a terrible call.
Garbage. That's the word you're looking for.
It was, yeah.
Garbage.
He played really solid all game. We did not see him get burned or miss a terrible tackle. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember seeing him miss a tackle. I think he played really well.
He played really physical too.
Really well.
He had a tackle for a loss
Yes.
on either a screen or a dump off into a check down the flat.
Yes, he did.
He had another pass breakup too. Jarian, who's been the odd man out in the secondary, all season long.
Surprisingly, because he had such a solid rookie season.
Yeah, and they went to him early. If you remember,
They gave him a shot early.
They
It
gave
didn't
him
go
a
so
shot.
well.
Yes.
And he
didn't.
asked to play outside, and
Yeah.
I don't think it went so well. And now he had a whole week this week to prep and practice to play nickel, and he was outstanding.
Here, bud, move this up just a little bit.
He did a really solid job.
So he went and showed us that he can play nickel in the NFL.
Yes.
So Jarian's a great one. Who's your first stock up?
Cam Little.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm not mad at it, and I wish they gave him a shot at the end. I wish they gave him a shot.
It would have been nice if we earned
At
a shot at the
halftime.
end.
He would have been the
At
hero
halftime.
again.
Well, I think they did earn
You
a
know,
shot at the end.
The penalty
Yeah.
said no.
Yeah.
6 in a row. Another one from 50 plus.
Yep.
He would have got another shot at a 51 to win one. Would have been his first game winner.
Yep.
He's only going to get better.
What do you guys think about the decision to throw it before half. I was so confused with Liam Cohen. I was very confused on what they were doing. Were they trying to run out the clock? Were they not? Were they trying to throw it and get closer? Were they just trying to, be conservative, run the ball? It was so much of a mixed match back and forth.
Yeah.
I thought they should have ran. I thought you should have never put it in Trevor's hands to even allow that sort of thing to happen. I said, be smart with the ball.
Right.
And as soon as I said that, he threw a pick.
No.
Stingley made a great play. You can't blame him.
Phenomenal
but
play.
He's trying to force it to Austin Trammell.
Yeah.
And that's not ideal. And it was, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think like a 3rd and 2 or 3rd and something, or where he could have easily just ran the ball. And if you don't get it, okay, let Cam kick a 70-yard field goal or whatever. It was inside that at that point. So I don't understand throwing it in that situation. It didn't burn us because they didn't get points off of it.
Right.
But you saw at the end of the game, it did the extra point too.
It definitely could have changed the outcome at the end or how it was played at the end and whatnot. Hindsight always 2020. The biggest thing with that in-game or in-half scenario, especially in half, is you're looking for the momentum. You're looking for a first down to attack. And I think that's where Liam's head was. He was looking to get that first down, and then we'll concede. We got a timeout. Let's see what we can do with what's left with the clock. Get something over the middle. We know our kicker can make it from 65 on in, almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
Those types of things.
But it's great to see Cam back, though. And I saw him at shout out to Cam Little. I actually saw him again. I saw him here in Jack's Beach to sign the board the first time. I went back to Springfield, and I had him add the little he re-signed it too, but he added the nice NFL record 68
NFL record holder.
exclamation
hopefully
points.
He'll get another chance to change that. I'd love for him to set it like 5 times this year.
That'd be great.
It would be cool if they just continued to have confidence. Now, I don't know with the way our defense is looking too, like how many, maybe it makes Liam even more aggressive to try to get points as in any way he can. But
So my favorite thing about the whole game was we kicked the field goal to open. We score a touchdown next drive. We'd gone 7 straight possessions of getting points.
Right.
Like, you start to feel pretty good about yourself. And then you really look at the cast that you're playing with on offense, and you're like, gosh, if we could ever get all the weapons out there, maybe we could be pretty good on offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we've all thought this too, and it's common sense. We talked about, Philly's playing Green Bay right now. Like, investing in the offensive line, in the defensive line, is never a bad idea. And I think it's really come back to bite this team in a lot of sense too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's stay on the good news. So Cam Little, who'd you have again?
Jarian Jones.
I'm gonna go Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
Brand new, less than a week with the team.
3 days of practice.
3 days of practice. Led the team in receiving yards. If he knew the playbook, he would have been out there even more. He would have even gotten to him even more.
That was one of my favorite complaint tweets of the day. Is like somebody took a still shot of him standing behind Cohen as he's calling a play.
Yeah.
Why is he not in the game? I don't know, because he probably
Doesn't
only
know
knows
the
3
play.
routes, doesn't know any of the formations, doesn't know any of the movements.
Well, I think Cohen said something like,
and yell him, hey, run a curl.
I think that's partially what they did. And but I love seeing him in the game. I think you saw on multiple times catching the ball. I think he got hit on one play before it was even there.
Made the catch.
Still made
hit
the
his
catch.
arm.
We have nobody this
strong
season
hands.
that's done anything close to that.
I spotlighted that throw because if you'll go watch the 22 on that, Trevor's getting hit as he's letting the ball go, and there's nobody open. There's not a soul open at the time of release of the ball. He throws Myers open. Myers catches the ball. They review it for a first down.
Mm-hmm. Things you love to see.
Yeah, so I thought Jacoby had a great game for the little bit of time that he was able to get in. He should have had that touchdown. We talked about that before the pod too, and they're going to keep going to him. You know what I mean? I think Trevor's already has a little bit of rapport with him, and him and Parker, like he trusts those guys, and I think it helps Trevor out too. They think about this. I don't think he really necessarily trusts not only BTJ catching the ball or Diami catching the ball, or maybe Travis catching the ball, but not running the right route. He knows these guys are pros. Parker Washington's a pro. Jacoby Myers is a pro. They're going to be in the spot where they're supposed to be, and if it hits them in the hands, they're going to catch the ball.
I think there's something to what you're saying. I also believe if you just maybe have a little bit of faith or a little bit of feel, man, when everybody's back and you can run out BTJ at X, Dwami at Z, Washington is a slot, Strange at a tight end, and then Myers gets to be the mover, and then Hunter gets to be the gadget, big play, run out there, do whatever we want him to do.
Yep.
Man, I kind of like our offense. Oh, let's not forget our best offensive player to date right now is Travis Etienne.
Exactly.
Who was going to be my second stock up.
I was going to say my second too. Is that your second stock up?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's talk Etienne.
He's been such a solid force, man.
It's time to feed the pig.
Tell me a little bit about Etienne. Why do you like him so much, and what do you think about in this game that you still continue to like him more and more?
It was very consistent with last week of running tough.
He's been running the ball so much harder than he has in the last couple of years. It's so cool to see.
He's finishing runs.
Yes.
He's not wearing hits. He's giving hits.
Yeah.
Anytime you're a running back and you get to the second level, and if it's a linebacker or a safety, and if you're lucky it's a corner, and you're wearing them out, that just makes it that much harder to tackle him. And you saw it in the Raider game. They didn't want no part of him at the end.
Yeah.
And he didn't get the chance to finish. And he had two really tough runs in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And I was waiting for a drive where we handed it off 3 times in a row. Let's see if he can get 10 yards. And it never happened.
And he finally got his touchdown this week too. Which was good to see.
He didn't give up the one to the touchdown thief.
Tootin'. Yeah. I like his Arian Foster celebration. The bow.
Yeah.
It's good to troll them while you're up. If only if we had won the game, that would have been a fun thing.
We'll get to talk stock downs pretty soon. All right, so Etienne, I thought he ran really hard. I think just keep feeding him the ball. Our offensive line really can block well in the run. Now we'll get to their pass blocking, but I think just play to your strengths. You know what I mean? A lot of people too are kind of giving Trevor Lawrence shit too. He's not going to be a top 5 quarterback this year. But play to his strengths. You know what I mean? And I think that's what they do with Etienne too. So I love to see it. Who's your third stock up?
So we've said Giant, we've said Jacoby, we've said Cam Little, we've said, you know what? I'm going to go with LaQuint Allen Jr. again because they put him at this kind of cool, faux fullback sort of position. He got some good blocks in there again, man. He's a tough player, and I love that because seems to be something that we really need right now. It's just people who are just enthusiastic about violence. You know what I mean? About going out there and getting a hit on somebody. So I was, when you get on a loss and you're reaching for your third stock up, it can be a little bit difficult, but I'll put it between LaQuint Allen and Tim Patrick. Yeah. Because Tim Patrick puts somebody on their ass on a good run play.
Okay.
And that's what I'm looking for is some good run blocking because given that's the topic we're on with what you just mentioned, the O-line having some good run blocking. LaQuint had some good run blocking for sure. And we saw what he did again last week against Max Crosby. The mic'd up was a lot of fun to watch. He's a 7th round pick, man.
Yeah, he definitely knows who Max Crosby. They've been game planning for him the whole week.
You don't think?
I don't. Who are you? I don't know.
I'm supposed to chip you every other play.
The only reason I'm in the game is because to block you.
I think we could probably put LaQuint Allen Jr. at left tackle on pass plays and have
more effort
and have a positive outcome.
Yeah. What do you have for your third one? Is there anybody that kind of stood out to you?
There's nobody that truly stood out. There's nobody, but I want to give Cole Van Latten some love.
Yeah.
He's been the extra O lineman, and then with the injury, he had to start and play. And we didn't understand how valuable he was until the next guy up had 3 penalties. So hats off to him for getting in there and mixing it up. I don't know what his grade was. I don't know if
pressure's allowed.
I don't remember him playing bad. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the old coach in me says if you don't remember the O lineman being bad or him getting beat, that's a good thing. And so, hats off to Cole. I'm sure he worked his ass off like he does every week for us.
Absolutely. And I think mine was a combination. So before you said Cam Little, I had special teams as a group.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the punt return, we had talked about Parker.
Touchdown.
The punt return for touchdown. Forced fumble on the kickoff,
and punt coverage was really
good. Punt coverage was good, and then Cam kind of sealed it. I know Logan Cook actually had one one punt I didn't think was good.
Well,
I was at like midfield, but then the other one, he pinned him within the 10 when they needed it.
I think he seems to be that guy. He has one bad one every game, and then he has two that go, oh, that's why he's the punt guy.
Yeah. So I would give that last stock up to the special teams as a unit.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely.
All right, stock down. All right.
Oh God.
What are we thinking? I don't want Walker Little on my team anymore. I don't want him on my team. I said this. I talked with Flash about this against Cincinnati
pressures.
week 3. I said Walker Little is a liability on this team, and you could have thought I was overreacting at the time, but he got dog walked by Trey Hendrickson, who's a good player, great player,
fair,
but
you got to be competitive.
Walker Little was a turnstile then, and he's a turnstile now, and it's been the last 4 weeks.
36 pressures.
3 of the last 4, I think.
Awful.
He's been like, it jumps out at you how bad he is. He did okay against the Raiders.
Yeah,
9 games, 36 pressures.
Yeah,
not real good at math. That's like 3.5 a game.
Yeah, it's not great. And from your left tackle, and now this front office didn't re-sign him to that extension.
Right.
Just like a lot of the players they're trading away, by the way, that have signed extensions. My point was, why don't you do that at the deadline? You already sent Tyson Campbell out because he wasn't doing what you wanted to do. Be proactive. Move Walker Little. And I think they're like, oh, it's left tackle. It's an important position. We don't want to disrupt it. He's not doing his job. Put somebody else there that can. At least we talked about LaQuint Allen as jokingly, like put him at left tackle. I'm not joking with you.
There are other left tackles out there. Van Lanen, we could have put Cole Van Lanen at left tackle, right? I mean, I don't know.
Listen, I think
this meltdown against the Texans was way worse than we could have imagined, right?
And it was Danielle Hunter's an unbelievable
player.
Yeah. But this was competitive.
But didn't he had gone like 8 quarters without a sack?
Danielle Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he got almost 4 against us.
I have a hard time. I mean, I posted, we'll get to it in a minute, too, the last 3 possessions. He wrecked the game. And that's why I'm saying Walker Little's my number 1.
Yeah.
I thought, again, just last thing to wrap up with Walker Little, I thought they should have traded him at the deadline. Thought they should have moved Anton over to left tackle like they probably would do in the offseason.
Maybe.
I think they should have done that proactively. A lot of people are saying, well, yeah, but you're going to have a hole at right tackle. I think you could paste together a right tackle in this league better than you can fill a left tackle. And I think you at least have a player that is, athletic enough that can play that position in Anton. Anything else on Walker Little? I'm getting heated. Just thinking about it.
I don't blame you at all. And I think it all makes sense. I won't be the least bit surprised if he is a draft night trade for us, because he's on a contract.
You know what? We talked about this too. Me and Coach were on the same page. And I said this after the game too. Cut him Monday morning. Send a message to the team. Say, we are not going to play like this. We're not going to have people around that play like this. And we're not going to pay people that play like this.
I don't know what his cap number is. I don't know what the true hit will be. But you've seen him restructure and do
something. Bench him.
This
do
day
something.
Is coming. This day is coming.
It feels likely
I
that
would
he's
not be
going to be benched.
I would not be shocked at all to see Cole Van Lanen start at left tackle for the Jags.
That'd be fair.
And
maybe they go ahead and try the Harrison
goes to the bench.
Yeah.
And it's time for
Macari's next, by the way. Macari, you're out. You're very
it's
close
time for
to
the rookie to get a chance. I don't know how healthy he is, but
we
drafted him to go play, and so it's time to put him in.
We will definitely see some changes on the O-line this season between Milam being healthy, Adoga being I won't get too far ahead of us here on the stock down, but that O-line
that's a good pick.
Got to be reshuffled.
But here's the thing too, we don't have our credentials yet. Hopefully next season we will. But I asked Mia O'Brien, I asked a bunch of everybody else that has media credentials to ask the question. Actually, Mia did. I said, hey, ask Liam, or somebody try to ask Liam if he, during the bye week, by the way, if you're going to shuffle anything around with the offensive line, because I felt like it was desperately needed. And to her credit, she asked him, and Liam said, no, we're fine. We're going to stand pat. And I thought that was instantly a red flag. I thought he should have came out and been more aggressive and said, yeah, we're going to at least try something, or we're going to at least, evaluate it. He does put a lot of confidence. It worked out well with Cam Little, right? Put a lot of confidence in Cam Little and said, hey, no, that's our guy. Don't worry about it. But that's also like a kicker mentality thing. Like, even if he didn't
kicked a 70-yarder in the preseason.
But even if he doesn't feel good about your kicker, you're still going to say that and then cut him the next day if he misses a kick.
Well,
the left tackle, I think they knew then, and they were hoping for the best, just like they're hoping for the best.
They're just like, well, we've got this contract, the money on the books, and we don't really know what to do to replace him immediately. So
I don't think they care about the money, honestly. I think Sean Khan will pay what it needs to be.
I think the biggest thing is Liam's done a good job of being player friendly.
Yes.
Coach friendly, coach speak friendly, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And
it's easy to do when you're having success.
Yeah.
When you're 4-2, it's really easier to do.
Yeah.
But I believe the competitor in all of them, especially the coaches, you're going to see something different this Sunday.
Yeah.
You're going to see some players move around. You're going to see the moment somebody plays bad, they're going to have a short leash. The other piece that goes along with short leashes is full health. If we got all our bullets, that's a way different approach.
Yeah.
What about on the offensive line, though? Do you think we have all of our players healthy?
Well, so McCarry's been dinged up.
I mean, I think
Cleveland, the center is definitely cleaned up. If Cleveland's not in the game, you can't say you have all your pieces.
Yeah.
I think Cleveland has been one of our most consistent players. He had one bad game. That's it.
Yeah. No,
Walker Little, unfortunately, he has played bad. He's played bad, and that
more than
no
once.
way around it.
Let's go to our second stock down. Schmitty, who do you have at your second stock down?
I gotta say Edoga, right? I mean, you could just say the whole O-line, but specifically, you get your opportunity when Anton is hurt, right? They put him in at right tackle. He gets the game-losing penalty. He had game-losing. Nobody's really mentioning this. I'm going to mention it. Anton was out the last play of the game where Trevor gets basically strip sacked, or what do you want to call it? Yeah.
That was Edoga was in for Anton.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep going.
So it's all that's all I was going to say is Edoga getting these penalties, getting out of position, just out of sorts, just getting completely owned by Will Anderson Jr., right? And look, I get it, he's not the starter, but you have to rise to the occasion somewhat. It's not so crazy to ask for you to be able to give your quarterback 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds. And how many times was he just completely smoked off a line or just getting penalties, man? We're the most penalized team in the league, and how many of them are on the O-line? Between holding, illegal hands to the face. Play clean, if anything. Don't bring the team down, but I truly felt like Edoga brought the team down, and I hate to say that because I thought
I was very high on Edoga as well.
I was all right, some pro depth, and I don't know, maybe he's had better moments earlier in the season, like you said. If you don't notice him, that's good, but he was very noticeable in this game in the worst way possible.
I was very high on Edoga. They in mini camp, they had Anton backing him up for one practice to kind of challenge Anton.
Right.
And Edoga stepped up and played really good. Then Macari was out with injury during training camp, and he stepped up at right guard, and he was playing great. He actually, I thought, could have started the season if they didn't pay Macari the money, and they ended up kind of just handing it over to Macari. But I think it was really a tie. I thought Macari and Edoga played just as well in the preseason and going into the season. Then injuries started happening, and you saw, I think, San Francisco, Edoga played well at right tackle. I think he came in as an extra tight end, jumbo tight end, played well. And at one point, I got really surprised. I don't know what game it was. I started seeing Cole Van Lanen. I was like, what is Cole Van Lanen doing in the game? Where's Edoga? And I think behind the scenes, Van Lanen was not only playing better, but I think Edoga was regressing. And that really was a red flag to me because I said, Edoga should be your next utility guy or whatever you want to call it, and he's not in the game now. It might have been the Rams, I'm not sure. But so that was surprising. But yeah, Edoga, for me, I was preaching hey, even we just talked about the Walker Little trade at the deadline or whatever. I was saying put Edoga at right tackle. I have confidence.
Right.
Do I now? No.
Of course not.
What do you think,
Of course not.
The confidence thing goes both ways. The coaches have it, they don't have it. The players have it, they don't have it. If you could play good every game, it'd be a lot easier, And this is one of the things that I talked to earlier with other people is those other guys get paid to watch film too. Those other guys get paid to coach and come up with schemes. And what you're seeing is, the league's going to catch up to the Sean McVay tree.
Right.
And that's what's happening live and in color. And our win rate right now at wide receiver and getting people open, you can be mad all you want. But in this league, if you can't get open in under 3 seconds, it's probably not going to go well.
No, that's on Trevor.
And
these guys should get open. That's on Trevor.
And
just like the offensive line, it's supposed to block, but that's on Trevor too. I guess.
So that's all part
the
of the
offensive
deal.
line can't block, and your wide receivers can't get open.
I mean, so it's hard. The deal is hard. It's always going to be hard. And right now, the consistency up front is, on both sides of the ball, is our number one concern.
Yeah, on paper, we're pretty good on. Well, maybe not defensive back, but I guess if Travis was back, but
there's 3 guys.
We can have all the wide receivers we want. If we can't block anybody for more than a second and a half, it doesn't matter. You saw that on the last 3 possessions with, Danielle Hunter.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
We saw in the secondary, we pretty much played with the team we had last year.
Yes.
Because the 3 guys that we brought in to help shore up the secondary and play in the way that Coach Campanelli wants to play, they didn't play yesterday. So there's a lot of pieces to the deal that could have been better.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is you're up 19. You got to be able to run the ball, put the game away.
Yeah, let me ask you a question though. So, I think so. That was Adoga was your second stock down. Do you have another stock down for your second one?
You could throw the defensive lineman under the bus too because they didn't get any 4-man pressure at all.
Anybody specifically?
For me, I'm at the point to where Josh Hines-Allen has to be our guy.
He was going to be my third,
and he's not.
Third down.
He's not our guy.
Third stock down.
He has made plays over his career. He had a huge season with 17 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
His claim to fame right now, if you were to give him what is your favorite Josh Allen play, it's the Titans play to win the division in the night game on the last day of the season. That's his play. And he's been here for 5 years, 6 years, whatever it is. He's got one that you can truly that one stands out.
And he's been a good, not great player, like a lot of these guys.
He gets 17 and a half in a pay me year.
Yep.
And then what?
And then follows it up with whatever last season was.
8.5, and he was 5th in the league in pressure. So everyone's like, well, we were bad.
Pressure.
And here we are. He's got 2.
We've been waiting for him to break his franchise career sack record for
I tweeted out maybe
10 to 11 weeks now, whatever the hell. I mean, come on, man.
I tweeted out, I said, after the game, I said, maybe Josh Hines-Allen might never get the sack.
Maybe he just wants to be tied.
Yeah. So it's tough when you kind of obviously he's a good guy.
We're definitely rooting.
You're rooting for Josh.
Of course.
A lot of why we're so pissed off at some of these players. It's not because we hate them. It's because
we know what they're capable of.
We know what they're capable. We know what they're capable of. We're rooting for them. We want them to play well. We want to have a successful team, and we think we have the talent to do it. And when you have talent, but you don't have the execution, it doesn't matter how much talented you are.
No.
And I tweeted this out. I think even when they scored the very first touchdown, I said, you can't close a game if you can't rush the passer.
Yeah.
And they continue to score, 2 more touchdowns after that in the fourth quarter. So I don't know. I think Josh Hines-Allen, like I said, is a good player, not a great player. And this season specifically, I think he played really well early on. I think the first 4 games.
He's had his moments here and there.
I think the first 4 games for this defense in general, they really balled out, with all the takeaways and stuff like that. I did think they had a lot more pressure, and they were, I don't know if that was more manufactured or if the teams they were playing. But I thought they were executing better too. And I thought Josh was getting really close. And I was saying, no, don't worry about it. He's getting the most pressures on the team.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, that's cool. But now we just lost our 4th game. You still can't get to the quarterback, especially when you need to.
When you absolutely have to. Once in a 90-something yard drive.
Well, here's they on that last. I did go back and look at it because I was like, "What the hell happened on that last drive?" Did you guys realize they threw the ball, but they didn't? I don't think they had a completion on that drive. I think they ran it.
They had some good runs,
90% of the time, and they had a PI
and then
that
got
them towards the end. So they
All
got blown off the ball. So it's not even the pass rush that was the biggest glaring hole. I think they were fatigued. I think they were on the field for a long time.
Yeah.
Now you can say that's the offense, but if the defense is on the field for 12 minutes, I don't know, get a stop, and you're not on the field for 12 minutes.
Exactly.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
A stop somewhere, even if it's not pass rush.
I get the argument to say, yeah, it was the offensive fault. I get the argument to say definitely that was the defense's fault. And you spotted them 19 points.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter against a backup quarterback against the worst offensive line in the league that has 2 starters out. And supposedly you have your 2 best edge rushers, supposedly they're top of the league, and they don't get home at all.
Not at all.
That's why I don't give them a break, and I say it's more defense than offense.
Absolutely.
Because guess what? The offense scored 22 points, and Parker Washington had the 7, but they did their job. You can like it you can say they didn't do their job at the last 3 possessions, fine. But guess what? They did their job most of the game.
3.5 quarters.
And we'll talk a little bit more about the offense defensive debate, but I just want to bring that up with Josh. So
I absolutely agree.
My second stock down, I would say, there's a bunch of them. So yeah, I think Walker Little was my first. Josh Hines Allen's a good one. I think Greg Newsome really got cooked in this game. I think Greg Newsome, from beginning to end, Nico Collins ran routes, or he caught the ball all over him. I don't think trading Tyson Campbell was a bad idea, but I think it was a lateral move, and I think maybe that was just to get out of the contract.
I could see that.
But that didn't kick in. I thought, here's the issue too, and I think somebody asked Brent today, they were saying, hey, did moving Tyson have anything to do with maybe the defense going downhill, maybe chemistry within the locker room or something? Because I did think Tyson was playing aggressive, especially in the run game. I thought he was playing great. Pass game, every game he would give up like a 30,
some kind of big,
big game. But other than that, he was okay. And ever since he's been gone, you kind of have to talk about it too, because he's been playing, I think, decent in Cleveland. I haven't looked too much into it recently, but I know the first few games he played semi well. I know DK, I think, had a big game on him, but other than that, it's just, Coach, do you think that has anything to do with it?
I mean, it can. I think, anytime you got a guy who's been on the team for 5 or whatever, how many years he was here, there's some chemistry, there's some feel to it. There's a brotherhood part of it.
The defense was clicking. Like, they're playing as a unit, and now they're not playing as a unit at all.
I firmly believe that trade was contract-based.
Yeah. I'm with you.
And it's cleared up some future stuff, and it's going to allow some flexibility, because they're going to have a.
But is that something they could have done in the offseason?
You never know. And when the phone
rings,
have
tried.
When the phone rings and it comes across your desk, or however you want to work it, it's a now or never kind of deal. Not to steal a line from draft day, but it's a different world than we lived in 3 hours ago.
Right,
kind of deal. But I think that this administration has shown that they're going to beat the bush no matter what, however they can do it and find a way. So
yeah,
I think that they saw an opportunity to get an expiring contract, to get rid of a contract, and a player comparison that is pretty close. So those pieces to go finish a season, to go compete.
Yeah.
And then, you got to have the Travis Hunter feel with this as well, that this was a way to get him to be an every down player.
Right. It's a little bit of a combination of all of that. Like you're saying, I think they definitely anticipated leaning on Travis more before his injury. And, there's a little bit of, Greg Newsome was a little bit of a better zone corner, while Tyson's a little bit of a man corner.
Right. I think
that's getting into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, I think it's actually the opposite. But here's the other thing too that I would say is, actually, first before I get into that, did everybody give 3? Is there any third one that you guys wanted to give? Because I got one last one.
Go for it.
James Gladstone. You are my third stock down. Your biggest hole on this team was interior pass rush, defensive tackle. I've praised you the entire time for being aggressive and doing your job. I will criticize you when you're supposed to get criticized. James Gladstone tried to go get Quinnen Williams. I love the idea. That was his plan A. Does anybody know how many players there are in the NFL? How many players do you think are in the NFL?
53 times 32 plus.
Quite a few, I bet, right?
Plus practice squad.
Do you think there's 1 defensive tackle, 2? I bet you a third of the team at the trade deadline knows they're not making the playoffs. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody can rush the passer better than Devon Hamilton, what Mason Smith's giving you, Smoot when they kick him inside. Like anybody, you needed a body. You had a plan.
Even on the outside, Ogba
Ogba's
hasn't
been a shell of himself too. Like
Gardek has his moments.
You've been banged up.
Linebacker.
I do, and I'll talk about that too because I do think Gardek needs to play more and be able to rush the passer more. Because I think that would have solved their issue on the edge. Get him more in the rotation, closer, like on the ball. They've been playing, I think, too much off the ball, in my opinion. But yeah, I think James Gladstone, what are you doing? You know that's the issue. And by the way, if you fix that interior pass rush, it helps out Josh Hines Allen.
Of course.
It helps Trayvon Walker. It helps Eric Armstead, who's your leading the team in sacks. And that's going to help your secondary. And
of course.
I thought, me and Coach were going back and forth before the podcast on this. Like, well, he had to call around and he had to make these calls. But does anybody know that? I would like to assume he did, and the asking price was too much. But you're telling me that a third of the teams that are out don't have a player on an expiring contract. You couldn't go to Cleveland and get Malik Collins for a 6th-round pick, a 5th-round pick, anything. Like here's my prime example. You got Jacoby Myers. Great. You don't want to ask about Adam Butler? You don't want to ask about any of the other defensive tackles on their team?
Yeah.
Did you like him? Maybe you don't like him? In my opinion, I know Adam Butler, but I think he could play, and I thought he would have been a good player for us.
Yeah.
Anybody, you need an extra body. These guys aren't doing it. And guess what? Now that you're past the trade deadline,
it's too late.
What are you going to do? You can't change anything. It's not like the offensive line where you can change things up and you can, hey, Milan might be there. Maybe
Milan,
maybe Monheim. You play him somewhere. You mix some stuff up. Defense, you have what it is. What it is.
You got Strigow and Green. You better hope that they can.
Yeah, sure. But
level up.
That's on the outside. Now, what are you going to do on the inside?
Right.
I mean, they played Saunders. They played Colin Saunders, who got blown off the ball. We just talked about that last drive. They drove down the field, and it was mostly runs. Colin Saunders was in Foye's chest every single play.
Yeah.
So that's my issue with James Gladstone right now.
I think this was the first moment since Gladstone came here that he looked bad, and he looks good with the Jacoby trade. I think we're all very happy with that.
I think they needed like 2 more trades.
Yeah. And I think we're all pretty happy with the draft for the most part so far. But
yeah, the draft has been great.
The holes in the roster showed up this week.
And you maybe can't fix
and it's his first year. It takes a lot to completely overhaul a roster, but you're 100% right. So there were still very obvious holes in the roster. I
just want to say one more quick thing, and then I'll let you go, Coach. So the other thing I was going to say, too, is you're not going to fix everything in the first year.
Right.
Okay? I get that. That's fair.
Yeah.
But here's the issue. When you traded up for Travis Hunter,
you
traded up a 1st-round pick.
Yeah.
You're going aggressive. You're saying this is the year we're going to try to make the playoffs. Our team's more talented than anybody thought we were. This is what we're going to do. And you started off hot. And then now you're going to say, well, we're just going to punt next year. You know that defensive tackle is the biggest weakness, and you can't survive. You can't make the playoffs. In my opinion, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs because they can't fix that part of their defense. They don't have an option. Is there somebody on a free agent that can come in? Maybe.
Christian Wilkins is out there. I don't know what
out there. I don't know if
I don't know what the deal is with him.
The last month is when he's going to be healthy. What I've read in the preseason is it's more of an injury thing. Maybe
he turned down a surgery that led to this whole debacle in the first place.
Yeah, so
I don't know the details. Listen, I won't speak on it.
I think it's more of an injury thing. Is he healthy? And that's why he hasn't signed. So maybe the last month he gets picked up.
The only thing I can speak to that is after the trade deadline, they reworked 2 contracts.
Which is interesting. That's true. They did.
Yeah, they freed up a little cap
space
for Quinnen Williams.
And that piece, that part of it, I'm sure they were banging the phones. They were doing everything they could to try to get somebody's name across the desk to figure out a way. The price tag went up when they lost out on Quinn Williams, guaranteed. They had another guy lined up, and they said, oh, well, we're going to want a 3rd and we're going to want a 5th. And they said no, something along those lines. The biggest thing for me is you can look at the Gladstone thing, and you can say that. You can stand there and say he didn't do enough. We stood here last week and said, hey, we really need to make 2 or 3 trades.
Yeah.
We said that.
Well, yeah.
We firmly believe that.
We all assumed it would be at least 2.
We got
we
the
set
one.
the over on the 2.
Yeah.
We got the one that we all wanted. We knew that Myers
Yeah.
needed to be a Jaguar. And
Clear
Tony
as-
Baselli got that done. For those of you that don't know, his
Yeah.
son and him were roommates in college. And so
Yeah, I loved it. It was a great move.
Tony sold that deal. He turned down Pittsburgh to come here. So you got one. They tried to hit a home run with Quinn Williams.
Yep.
And they swung and they missed.
They didn't have
mean,
a first to give up. Cowboys did.
Here's where I'm at with that whole deal. You can be mad all you want. The guy that was here before the guy we got now would not have done anything. We would have walked out there with the same team that we walked out there 2 weeks ago.
But how is this any different?
Because he did try to add players. He's added players the entire time he's been here.
No, that's fair.
And,
keep going.
People are not happy right now with the draft class because they're hurt.
Yeah, I saw somebody.
They were belittling.
Somebody was like,
deal.
"Oh, this even looks worse now." I was like, every single player he's hit on so far, by the way.
I think the draft was very solid. Ransaw being hurt
hasn't played. Milam hasn't played yet. Travis Hunter, I think we all
has
can
had
say
flashes of
has
absolute
flashed where
brilliance.
He can play.
Yeah.
But it's just they weren't playing him enough.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, you definitely hit on the
has
Quint.
been solid.
So
the Quint has been solid. Monaheim has had his moments when he's gotten to play.
He's had a start. He had to start for us.
Yeah,
I think Jack Kaiser
against the Chiefs, right?
Jack Kaiser's on every special team.
Kaiser. Yeah.
So we didn't even talk about Rayon Lane in special teams either.
Who's been outstanding for us.
Yeah. He'll be here for 10, 15 years in that position.
Yeah.
So the next piece of that puzzle is he preached to us about the floor of this team.
Yes.
And there were some people that were cross-eyed by it. Like, what
Elevate
is
the
he,
ecosystem, right?
What is he talking about?
Elevate the ecosystem.
Elevate the floor, build the ecosystem.
Yeah.
We're committed to intangibly rich players. All the buzzwords, all the vocabulary words, all that stuff. You're seeing his vision unfold in front of you. But the problem with it is there were so many holes.
Yeah.
So much money attached to players.
Yeah.
Not the players that he wants, not the players that he believes are worth the dollars that we're spending.
Or even a scheme
Tyson.
fit,
Walker Little is
right
going to
kind of
get paid to
scheme fit.
leave. I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
It's a matter of time. When,
Yep.
I can't answer that part.
Yep.
You're going to see them commit to the O-line and the D-line in off season. And this is what Shad wanted, and he has said this, and I don't know if people truly heard him or listened to this. He doesn't want to spend in free agency. He wants to go to the draft good players, and spend money on the guys that are coming here and winning for us.
Which is why he happily extended Walker Little and Tyson Campbell.
And our good friend, the former GM, Mr. Raspy Voice, he put that bill of goods in front of on Walker Little, Tyson Campbell, and Trevor's contract. Now, I don't have a problem with Trevor's contract. It makes complete sense to me. Everybody in Jacksonville believes he's going to make $57 million next year. That is absolutely not the case. He's only going to make $21 million.
Yep.
But that's still a lot.
By the way,
he gets up to
the
55,
whole
right?
quarterback getting paid, a crazy amount of money or the most on the team and stuff is so overplayed. You need to stop talking about it, because if you have a quarterback that you draft and shows any life, you have to sign him. You have no choice. Tua, Brock Purdy, you have no choice. You have to sign these guys.
Daniel Jones got a second contract
because
with the Giants.
Because if you don't, you look like an idiot, because it's the hardest position to fill.
Yep.
So you look like an idiot if you don't sign. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you
There
don't.
you go.
I have zero problems re-signing Trevor.
Yeah.
And seeing the bright spot. I mean, the year 2 he popped, and you're like, okay, that's going to be the quarterback. You know what I mean? So sign him. It's not an issue.
So here's my scenario. Here's my scenario for all of you guys to soak in. This is dream weaving, okay? Dream weaving. We don't have a first round pick. Let's say we don't move back into the first. We keep all 11.
I don't think we do.
I don't think we do either.
We keep all 11 we got right now.
Mm.
And we draft with our first pick in the second round. We draft an offensive lineman.
Yep.
And then how many third round picks do we have? 3.
I thought 2.
This is like the second or third week in a row. I'm like, I need to have it right here on the list.
two
We
or
shouldn't
three.
be talking about the draft already, but we want to.
Let's say third round, we take 2 defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we sign an offensive lineman.
Okay.
And we have reworked both lines with one free agency pick and 3 draft picks. And we still have 6 or 8 more picks left to fill in the secondary, to fill in and get some burner wideout, in that fourth round where you can
gotta
find
add
those
tight end.
guys. Who knows? Is it a tight end rich draft? All those pieces.
Yeah.
And it might be Wyatt Milan, by the way, and we just don't know yet.
100%. It
Yeah.
could be Wyatt Milan.
You still
And-
add to the offensive line no
and-
matter what.
and
Now,
let's-
how
I agree.
early, we'll see.
And you've
but-
seen this happen in the last couple drafts. There's a left tackle or a person they believe is going to be a left tackle that makes it into the teens, the 17, 18 range.
Because he's just a freak of nature athlete.
Is that where we go? Is that where we shoot? Is that where we move up? Like all those things are going to be in play if we don't have a bottom level second round pick. If we're in the top 10 of the second round and we have that opportunity, we're going to have plenty of flexibility to add a quality player.
Yeah, I for clarification, I have all the confidence in the world in James Gladstone. As much as I dogged him for that, not getting a body like somebody at D tackle, like I think he can draft. Like I have no problem. I know the vision. I see it. Like I'm not worried about him. But this is 2025. This isn't 2026. This isn't 2027.
The holes in the roster showed up immediately.
How many years have they, at this point in the season, we talked about mock drafts next year?
Right. Too many.
That's
okay.
That's
So
what I
don't
wanted to
wanna
say
hear
earlier.
Next year, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're 5-4. That's why I'm so pissed off that James Gladstone didn't get a defensive tackle, because he was aggressive. He said, "We're not. This is the standard. We're gonna go after it.
We won't hesitate to be bold.
We're not gonna, we're gonna be bold. We're gonna go after it. We're gonna win. We think we can. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm so pissed off about it, because I don't want to be talking about the draft at this time in the season. We have a winning record right now that's fading slowly. We got to go play a tough Chargers
We're still
team.
in control of our own destiny.
So we have a shot. But that's why I'm so pissed off at it. But let's move on though. So I did want to talk a little bit. We talked about the defensive line, talked about the O line a lot. I want to kind of get to this debate that's going on Twitter right now. So right now, a lot of people are blaming Trevor for the loss.
Of course,
we are.
I just want to ask you guys, and again, a lot of people think I'm a Trevor homer, and I just want to let you know I think he's an average quarterback that is ranked 17th out of 32 quarterbacks. I'm the most objective person when it comes to Trevor Lawrence.
We did our rankings a week or two ago,
and
that's pretty much where you had him, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly where. Yeah,
so that's why I'm saying I'm very objective when it comes to him, and I'm defending him because I watched the tape, I watched the game back multiple times, and I saw what happened. Let me ask you guys a question. When we're up 29-10, what play or what did Trevor do that lost them the game? When they're up 29-10, what did he do? Did he throw a pick six?
No.
Did he fumble the ball?
No.
Did he was it just like wide, like guys are wide open,
No.
he's missing them?
No.
What happened? Was it
I
think Trevor did something wrong.
He threw 3 passes. One of them was caught, and one was not caught, and then the other one was batted down.
Yeah.
They ran the ball the other plays, and they lost.
Yeah. Can I read you the possessions? What happened?
Absolutely.
All right.
I love a drive chart. Give it to me.
All right. Here's what happened. Jaguars go up 29-10. These are the last 3 possessions for the Texans and the last 3 possessions for the Jaguars.
Oh, can I guess? I think the Texans went 15 plays, touchdown.
I don't have the plays, but it was 65-yard drive by Davis Mills for a touchdown pass.
Okay. They went for 2.
They
did
get
get the 2 on the first one. Okay, that's right.
With Nico Collins.
Of course, Nico,
Right.
Jaguar killer.
Yeah.
Jaguars get the ball back. No
Jack
biggie.
Killer.
No biggie. We're up
3 and out.
29-18.
2 runs and a pass.
Travis Etienne, 7-yard
Let's
rush.
go.
Which is a
Started off solid.
successful run.
Let's go. Do we give it to him again? Hand it to Travis Etienne again.
We give it to Travis Etienne again.
Negative play.
And Walker Little Olays
Oh, and Mr. Hunter flies
Danielle
into the
Hunter.
backfield.
up. I mean, Hunter made a great play, but Walker could have cut him or
Whiffed.
something. And
Whiffaroo.
that was the 7-yard gain was a 6-yard
Nullified.
loss the next play.
100%.
Ah.
3rd and 9 now.
3rd and 9. What do you guys think happens?
We run a pass and it's incomplete.
Trevor,
Somebody on that D line makes a play against our subpar O line.
Trevor steps back and gets immediately sacked by Danielle Hunter.
Bingo.
Okay, so that's your 3 and out. Trevor didn't get an option to throw the ball.
Yeah.
He couldn't even throw it away because he was hit before he even knew what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the first.
All right.
The first part. So
Sounds like Trevor's fault to me.
Trevor hasn't done anything wrong yet. All right.
God bless.
All right. Texans. We punt the ball to Texans. Not a great punt, by the way. It's a 51-yard drive by Mills. Another touchdown pass. I think it was Schultz this time.
Yep, Schultz.
Yeah.
In the back of the end zone.
8 plays, 51 yards.
Yep. The Jags get it back. First play, Trevor Lawrence scrambles. He has to scramble immediately. Gets the ball, pressure up the middle, spins out, scrambles immediately for 4 yards.
4 yards is enough
All right.
on an
Second and
average.
6. I like it.
All right, 2nd and 6. We give it a Etienne. If you remember, it was a nice little
almost-
inside misdirection.
The
little counter
wing
play.
counter,
Yep,
baby.
Big
little-
pitch.
Coach Ripley's a
Big
big fan.
pitch.
Yep,
Too,
the
Coach
little,
Ripley's
little
a
wing
big
tee,
fan.
Yeah.
Wing
inside counter.
Yeah.
We go for 4 yards.
All right, so
4
it's-
yards. Another above
Second-
average.
Second and
It's
third and 2.
Third and 2.
Third and 2.
Every
So
play
if
in
you
the
go
playbook is
another
open.
4 yards, if you do exactly what you just did and just get 4 more yards, right?
Yep.
First down.
But we try to throw the ball,
And it's knocked down.
and it's knocked down by Aziz
Okay.
Al-Shire.
Our
All right.
favorite player
Everybody's
here in
favorite.
Jacksonville. God,
Is
I
that
hate him.
huge issue for Trevor Lawrence to get a ball batted down?
No, but
No.
it's on the list of things that we don't do well.
Okay. So that's the
It's
second.
Trevor's fault,
The second of the third
Right.
3 and out.
or do you tip your hat and say that's a good play by that guy?
We punted. Okay.
We
punted.
down it pretty
We
good,
punt.
pretty deep,
We
right?
smoke that thing, don't we?
Cook. Logan Cook puts it inside the 10.
Inside the 10.
The Texans drive 93 yards.
18 plays.
18 only running the ball.
18 plays,
My
93
God.
They do
yards.
not get a single passing. So we were talking about the pass rush. We couldn't stop the run at the end of the game.
Yes.
Man.
We were getting gashed.
Yes. So guys getting blown off the ball left and right. If you remember, it goes down to like 30 seconds. Davis Mills scrambles for a
Jogs
touchdown
in.
On 3rd and 13.
on 3rd and 13.
Jogs in.
Um,
Maybe that was his full
okay.
speed. It looked like jogging.
so they go up.
It-
It's 30. It's
It was
30.
the fastest run of his career, by the way. 18 and a half miles an hour.
They go up. It's 30 to 29. Okay.
Yep.
The Jaguars get the ball back with 30 seconds left. What do you guys?
We
The
go.
first-
I remember this like it was yesterday.
The very
Yep.
It was
first,
yesterday.
This is carved into my brain.
Sack.
the very first play, Walker Little whiffs once again on
Sack.
Danielle Hunter. Immediately gets sacked.
Has
Might
to
have
take
been his
timeout.
worst whiff of the game.
Yeah,
Right?
Trevor almost gets killed.
Trevor couldn't get the ball off, even if he wanted to,
No.
even if his
No
receivers were open.
There
Yeah.
was nobody open.
So Trevor gets sacked after 30
Got to
seconds.
burn a timeout.
Burns a timeout.
Now we have no timeouts.
I think like 23 seconds left or something like that.
The next play he spins out
Parker
and he goes
Washington.
21 yards down the sideline.
Yeah, 20. I put
Oh,
23.
sorry. Yes, the scramble.
But yeah. So
and then
the next play, Trevor Lawrence scrambles for 20 plus yards
To get the first down
First down.
and all the sack
And
yardage back.
All the sack yardage
and
back.
stop the clock.
And stop
stops
the clock.
Gets out of bounds.
Next play, they go roll out, completion, penalty.
Yes. So the second to last play,
Parker
Trevor
Washington
Lawrence,
for the first down.
finds Parker Washington for what would put them in game-winning field goal range.
on the sideline, stops the
58
clock.
yard field goal at
Yeah.
that point. Which
Perfect
is
for Cam Little.
we would.
It was a penalty on Nadoga. We talked about it earlier. Comes back.
brutal.
Game over.
Are either any bad plays in this third one?
I couldn't hear anything there that makes me believe Trevor Lawrence is the reason why we lost this football
I
game.
could have
No.
sworn he put us in field goal range.
Which would have been his fourth comeback of the season?
Something amazing
Yeah,
like that.
His 12th
Career.
12th of his career. Yeah, would have
Fourth of
been.
the
Yeah.
season.
game-winning drive.
Yep.
The very last play, Trevor steps back. Adoga doesn't block. I think it was
Will
Will
Anderson.
Anderson?
Yeah.
Anderson.
He clips Trevor
Yeah.
on his foot. He fumbles it. They call it a fumble, actually.
Yes, it was
He
called a
fumbles
fumble,
it
not an
into the
interception.
defensive tackle's hands, Rankins, and he scores.
To the house he went.
And that was the game.
Chubby
Yep.
guy touchdown.
I'm not gonna say whether Trevor did anything wrong. I want you to think.
Yeah.
First drive,
Vegas loved that. Wasn't the spread 3.5?
yeah. First drive, he gets sacked, and we run it twice. Second one, he scrambles, gets positive yards. We run it again, and the ball gets batted. And then the last possession, he scrambles for 20 plus yards, gets out of bounds, throws the ball to Parker Washington, puts us in game-winning field goal range, gets called back because of penalty.
Yeah.
And the strip sack, or everybody likes to call it a pick six, but he was getting hit as he's throwing the ball.
Right,
I don't know how much that's on Trevor. With 7 seconds left.
And at that point, he has to throw the ball no matter what to give us a chance.
So
he didn't have a perfect game, but that fourth quarter wasn't on him.
He is the highest paid person on the team.
$55 million a year.
That's his, we're not gonna use logic. We're gonna use emotions,
right?
Because he had the ball in his hands a lot. So
big giant paycheck.
Yeah, and if you look at the box score, he sucks.
Yeah. So, right.
Here's the issue,
people love to do that.
I'll call Trevor out when he sucks. He missed layups all season. He sucked. Okay, and he turned the ball over in the red zone last year. And he started doing it. He did it against the Raiders
last week.
Awful. He did it before the half. That was an awful decision by Trevor Lawrence.
Wasn't a terrible throw. It was a little bit behind him.
It was a hell of a play.
It was a great play.
Incredible play by Stingley, man.
But
incredible play by Stingley.
Maybe the best corner in our division.
If you want to
shout to the sauce.
Yeah, if you want to tell yourself you're right because you said Trevor, everybody has this. It's, hey, I thought Trevor wasn't a good quarterback, so I'm going to use these stats, like anything everybody's doing.
You can
I'm going to use these statistics to prove me right.
Yeah.
I thought he was good. You could do it the other way, too. I thought he was good, so here's stats to show it. Here's the issue. It's gray area. He's in between. He's an average quarterback, but this game was not on him.
No.
We had a 19-point lead against the best defense in the league.
Special teams defense and offense did their job for 3 quarters. Unfortunately, it's a 4-quarter game.
Yeah, I think it's a team loss. It's a team loss. That's as fair as I can put it. It's on all of them at the very end. You know what I mean? The offense and on defense, it's all on them. I will say it's not on Trevor Lawrence, though.
No.
I will give that on the offense. If you say I'm upset with the offense, I think the offense should have gotten something.
Should have been able to burn some more time.
They didn't execute in the fourth quarter.
The defense
hit me with all of it.
The defense was on the field too long. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But if you say Trevor Lawrence was the reason, I can't agree with you. I just read you play by play what happened.
No,
if you disagree, you're wrong. It's not up for discussion. It's up for fact. So that's where I'm at with that. I've had a lot of discussions with this all day, and I'm sick of it because I don't. You can be critical of him and you can defend him, but you don't have to be one way or the other. I'm just telling you. This game wasn't on him. There's several games where it is on him, but this wasn't it. So
I'm with you on
that. I'm gonna get
that.
off my soapbox, but that's my Trevor Lawrence take.
I'm with you on that.
Last thing. All right, let's go into Chargers.
Moving on. Looking forward because the season is not over.
Yeah,
Herbert versus Lawrence. Period. There's a ball game.
What's the record been so far?
That would be 2-0, Trevor. The memorable comeback at our beautiful Everbank Stadium after the 4 picks of insanity. And then a trip the following season, I believe, to SoFi. And the Doug Peterson-led Jaguars go on the road and win a big game on the West Coast. Now they come back to Everbank with a new coach, and they are banged up. To their credit, they have played well throughout their injuries. They have lost some O-linemen. Their wide receiving core has not been held together the way they probably would hoped for. They have lost a running back as well.
2 running backs, right?
I think isn't the rookie out too as well?
That's what I'm saying. Hampton,
and then
Amari Hampton and Najee Harris are both out.
They're all out.
Kamani,
but
Vidal.
If there's anything that I am willing to give the Chargers credit for is that they're going to show up and they're going to play a brand of football that's going to keep them in the game the entire time. And if we're not on our toes, if we don't find a way to get Herbert on the ground, he's going to pick us apart. Lad McConkey will have a game that fantasy owners will talk about for decades.
Yeah, here's where it's we were talking about this before the podcast too. Like it's kind of tough for us to kind of cram. We have like a crash course because we got to recap the last game, and then we got to cram really quick for the Chargers. Mm-hmm. So for me, the only thing that really stood out so far with the Chargers is their left and right tackle. Good tackles are out.
Yeah.
Right.
And we've said this for the last 2 weeks.
Alt is an amazing player.
We said for the last 2 weeks, our defensive line needs to show up in this game. And I'm just confident they're not going to anymore. Okay? So I'm going to just completely pivot. I'm not going to even talk about winning against their backups anymore because it's not going to happen. Unless Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen want to show me that it can happen, I'm not going to say that it's going to happen. So here's what's going to happen. We need to win in a shootout versus the Chargers.
Let's go.
So how are we going to win in a shootout? How are we going to move the ball down the field? How are we going to be able to run against them? I feel like they have a couple guys in the run game that's pretty good. I think they still have Derwin James there. They play softer. They play the type of defense that they're playing right now in pass game. Like they're giving you a lot of underneath stuff, which I think maybe is Parker Washington catch and run. So
the new guy I think is going to have a big game.
Yeah, I would love that. I'd love to see
Mr. Myers is going to have his indoctrination to the Everbank, and
they don't blitz a lot,
and we deserve to give him
because they don't have to. Love. They have some pretty solid D linemen. They got Khalil Mack still,
who is
he's an old pro, but he's still
professional.
Yeah.
What's he got? Like 145 sacks now.
Something
in his career?
Insane. He's a Hall of Famer, I think. I think if we have a chance to win, it's going to come down to play calling. Liam Cohen's going to have to go deep in the bag, and it's going to have to work out just right. It's not going to be an easy win by any measure, no matter what. And Harbaugh is a great coach. There's a lot of talent on that defense. But for us to win in a shootout, we're going to have to get creative with our play calling, and it's going to have to work out.
We're going to have to dominate the time possession.
Yes.
Okay? We've shown that we
can
do that.
Our defense is awful. We have to dominate the time possession, which means we have to run the ball effectively. Okay. We have to string like we did against the Raiders. Long drives. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get in the end zone. We can't afford. This defense sucks. You can't afford to give up. Have Cam on the field the whole game. You have to score points. So whether that's when you get on the red zone into the red zone, keep running it. Getting it to maybe like you said, Jacoby Myers. Like you have a bigger receiver now that can actually go and catch the ball and contested situation. So that's the thing. I think time possession is really important in this game. Stringing these long drives together, scoring touchdowns, not field goals. I mean, you can say that for every game, but this one's important. And last thing I would say is every team so far that we've played since, honestly, Kansas City, you could say this, I think, and so on. They're not going to run the ball anymore because they know we have a pretty good run defense. And they know we're susceptible on the pass, so they're gonna throw it 50 times against us.
You're at that point where you're seeing teams like we're not even gonna try.
Yeah,
you saw the Texans run the clock out on us because we were out of gas.
Right.
They were like, "Here, watch this, Nick Chubb, glory days. Have at it." So Herbert, I'm sure that there was something said. Somebody said something. The LA media has said something.
Oh, and they're definitely motivated, by the way, to beat you.
You've never beat Trevor Lawrence. Do you remember the playoff game? So. We're going to get their best punch. I promise you that.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know who I think is going to step. Let's go this way. Let's go prediction. So offensive and defensive. We'll start with offense. Offensively, who do you think is going to be the player of the game? We'll go this way.
For the Jags, offensively, I'm going to go with Jacoby Myers.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'll leave it at that.
Who do you got?
Travis Etienne. We're going to feed the pig.
Yeah.
They both have to have a big game.
They're going to get after it.
I think Parker Washington sets a career high in receptions in this game.
I would love that.
I think you get him probably 12 to 15 catches.
Let's go.
He's still banged up. I think they're going to give you a lot of underneath stuff. I think Parker
very fair,
is
honestly.
good enough to make people miss. You've seen that obviously in the return game. So I would feed him as much as possible. I think Etienne is an ideal one. I think that'd be my 1B. Because you got to be able to run the ball to, like we talked about, for time possession. But I also think you need to get quick wins for Trevor Lawrence. Trevor's got to have a big game in this one too.
If Long plays and BTJ plays, I like us. If those two don't play, it's going to be a long day for the Jaguars.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Defense, what do you think?
Defense for the Jags?
Yep.
Devin Lloyd. I think Devin Lloyd has to...
He had to get his feet wet again this past week.
Yeah. He's got to have the game of his career, when it comes to coverage against Gadsden. What's his name? Gadsden?
Yeah.
That tight end, man.
Tight end, yeah.
Also, when they do send him, you can't get stiff-armed. Davis Mills stiff-armed you. Justin Herbert is a far more athletic person.
Oh, boy.
If you can get Herbert on the ground, like you were saying, that'll be huge. If you can cover Gadsden well, I know that's going to be between the linebackers and the safeties, et cetera. But, he had some good coverage on well, it was Nico Collins, I think, that had that perfect catch between Wingard and Lloyd. Lloyd didn't have a terrible game other than getting stiff armed by Davis Mills.
Yeah.
But if he can really be like that X factor, that game changer, gives us a little more hope because we need that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you think, Coach?
All right, for me, I'm going to go off the cuff here. Completely different perspective for me. I'm going Greg Newsome. I think he gets his first.
I was thinking about the secondary. Somebody's got to step up.
He's going to get his first opportunity to make a big play, and I think he makes it. And I think he's going pick 6.
I'd love that.
To the nasty north end zone, and we're going to go nuts at the bank.
I think the matchup that's going to really give us a lot of issues is Jerry and Jones versus McConkey. Ladd, I think.
Unfortunately, Ladd's going to be the best wide receiver in the
might
game.
Go for 200 in this game. I think it's going to. I think it's going to be really tough to stop him. We're not going to have a pass rush, so somebody in the secondary's got to step up.
The whole secondary has to step up.
Got to get you one.
Yeah, you got to get turnovers. That's the only way this defense is going to hang around or keep us in the game. I'm going to say Gardeck. I think the one guy that I could kind of see possibly having a different kind of good game. Like I thought Trayvon was going to go off last game, and he got around Davis Mills. So you're just going to get him on the ground.
Yeah.
I want to see them use Gardeck more. To be honest with you, I want to see them play Josh Hines Allen less. And I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think I want to see Gardeck, maybe gets 1 or 2 sacks, a sack in this game.
Yeah.
Right now, I want anybody to get a sack. I don't care what your name is.
Yeah, I agree.
Foyer, get one.
Yeah. Foyer, by the way, I don't know if we shouted it out, but Foyer was in here tonight at Strings and Jack's Beach.
Always awesome.
Good dude, signed the board.
Awesome guy.
So that was good to see. Really good for him, by the way, as a captain to come in and took one on the chin for his team.
He stood there and took it tonight.
Yeah, he took the tough question. So
he was a pro.
Good on Foyer. Always a favorite of mine. Let's go predictions for the score. So what do you got for a score, Schmitty? How do you think the game's going to go, and then what's the score?
I always like to be optimistic, but this week I'm feeling a little bit different, I have to admit. So I'm going to say Chargers 24-17.
Okay.
I got us winning 27-24.
I love it.
Mr. Little at the buzzer.
I love it.
I have us losing. Chargers are going to score 37 points. But we're going to score 31.
Well, that'll be fun.
So at least it'll be fun, I think. But, yeah, I don't – you got to be able to have the time possession. I just don't think they'll be able to. I watched them against – who'd they just play? Who'd the Chargers just play? Steelers didn't look that good either. I'm not impressed. The whole AFC is wide open.
The AFC is not that great.
You said it before. We're squandering our opportunity because we're
going to look back on it and go, man, everybody had a chance that year.
I mean, even the good teams, you saw Buffalo get crushed by Miami.
What the hell was up with that?
New England's been pretty consistent.
Who's more pissed off today, Jaguar fans or Buffalo Bill fans?
I don't know. That's a good point, too. It's all about expectations, I guess. But yeah, so
they definitely have Super Bowl aspirations. We're just kind of like, oh, is that the Super Bowl? That's pretty cool. How did you get in there?
Yeah. Well, it was good. It was a good hour.
Well, gentlemen,
make some change. So hopefully the Jags start turning this around. It's another big week-to-week season right now where
it really is
8 left.
You still have an opportunity.
4 against your division.
You're slowly drowning. So if somebody could throw you a life vest, as in Brenton Strange, if somebody can throw you a life vest, as in BTJ, bouncing back, if something like that.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah. I don't know. You have to survive the IR period.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
We're definitely losing.
You have to survive the IR because he's not coming back if you have a losing record.
Yeah, that's fair.
Possibly not. Yeah.
If we're not in the race,
if you're not in the race, they're not going to
come run.
Yeah, stay in the race. Keep it close.
I got you.
But yeah, appreciate everybody coming in. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Appreciate y'all, and let's get a Duval.
Until next time.
Duval.